Hey guys, we're the React Packs, and I'm John.
I'm Rose.
And I'm Nikki.
And we're back to watch episode 5 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Remember we were off track because we watched the wrong one, but now we're back on track. So the last episode, chronologically, is the episode where he was on the planet hunting down the... There's a siege episode where they're hunting down the library. I mean, not library, the laboratory, where we're trying to find something with midichlorian counts. Now we understand that they seem to be cloning something.
Yeah.
We're talking maybe it was Snoke, maybe it was they're trying to reclone the Emperor, and that was it.
The tracker was placed on his ship by that guy, and Moff Gideon got word. Oh boy.
And we saw the dark... Was it Shadow Troopers?
Yeah.
Dark Troopers.
Dark Troopers.
Mm-hmm. So that's most likely going to pop off this episode or maybe the next episode. Before we get into it, I would also like to say that we are looking to start up another couple of shows. Vinland Saga, it has like 3 episodes left, I believe. And Cells at Work, this season's going to end, but we're going to go into Cells at Work Black most likely. Still not 100% sure yet. But we're going to look at potentially starting Haikyuu. We've seen all the way up to season 3 on our own because we used to watch it in our own time. Mm-hmm. But season 4 is out, so we may be able to just watch that. And, that seems like something that people would be very interested in on YouTube. So if you have any ideas for something that people would like to see, maybe put it in the comments it would be a Tuesday reaction most likely. So thank you guys very much. We're going to get into it. Remember to check the Twitter and the Discord in the description. The Discord, we just put any afterthoughts we have of the episode. And it can fill in or chime in anything that you think of it too. Remember, anything up to the spoilers of the latest episode that we've seen, check the pinned comment. So see you guys after. There she is.
Ahsoka.
Oof.
She fell a tree.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
For speed. I just start blasting into the area.
Yeah. I just noticed her lightsabers are white.
Mm-hmm.
How did I just notice that?
I don't remember the exact reason.
Not supposed to happen.
You have 1 day to decide.
Just start shooting.
Hey, what did I tell you? Back in your seat.
He understands, kind of. He looks really sad about it.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's like... He's so, overly concentrated on little things like a little kid. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's gonna pull it with the force. But it's gonna turn something on or off.
Unless he manages to twist. He twisting it.
Oh, he is twisting it off. Okay, good.
What did I say about that? This needs to stay in the ship.
He's like, but I want it.
See out here. Let's head into town. See if we can pick up a lead.
I know they make him grunt to sound like he actually ever pick him up, but he's
like-
so weightless.
Yeah.
It's like,
Open the gate.
They're gonna try to use him to track
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
We'll need to find out. But will he know? I guess well, he doesn't know.
Well, it depends on what he tells them. If he said I'm looking for a Jedi, they might think he's tracking the Jedi. But he's like I'm needing the Jedi's help, then they might turn on.
Yeah. But if he ends up being sent to track her, the only way he'll know not to kill her for them is if she uses the Force on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll know, wait a minute.
The thing is, though, Beskar is resistant to lightsabers, so...
Beskar is resistant to
Everything.
everything, apparently.
I mean, yeah. But as crazy as that is, the noteworthy thing is it stopped lightsabers.
At least he's getting hints that they're not that good.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hint, more of a screaming warning sign. But why? Why would she do that?
You are a Mandalorian?
Yes.
I have a proposition that may interest you.
My price is high.
Do some spins.
That's what I was thinking.
It's made of Beskar.
Best car.
Pure Beskar. Like your armor.
Cool.
Kill the Jedi. And it's yours.
Now, we know Beskar is durable, but does that mean it can pierce anything?
Mm.
Where do I find this Jedi?
Didn't say killer.
Yeah. I was actually wondering about it because his honor code and stuff.
Well, these are the coordinates. Keep your eyes open. We must be close.
I like how he still talks to him like he's like he can help
Right?
at all.
To be fair, they say you're supposed to talk to a baby like it's an adult.
Yeah.
It helps them understand
Hear
faster.
that? Don't worry. Sit right here. False alarm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Katana! Bo-Katan sent me. We need to talk.
That's pretty cool.
Good.
I didn't realize that would actually work. Oh, because she knows Yoda.
She knew Yoda, yeah.
Yeah. Are they like force speaking?
It must be. He's gesturing.
He's like, I've been on a ship. I've been around with this really cool guy. He's real nice. I almost ate a frog. I ate a couple of frog spawn.
Yeah, he's talking.
Can somebody say something?
Grogu and I can feel each other's love.
Grogu?
That's his name.
He turned at his name.
What's his name?
We know his name.
Grogu.
You cute.
He was raised at the Jedi Temple in Coruscant.
He was there.
Many masters trained him over the years. At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden.
My task was to bring him to a Jedi.
The Jedi Order fell a long time ago.
So did the Empire, yet it still hunts him.
Oh no, it says Grogu cooing.
Mostly
Name unlocked.
tested in the morning.
Test, huh? Give him the little thing, the little circle thing that he took from him.
Yeah. That'll do it.
I'll have to see if they listen to it.
That would be a first.
I like firsts. Good or bad, they're always memorable.
He does sometimes.
Now hold the stone on the palm of your hand. Tell him to lift it up.
All right, kid. Lift the stone.
Grogu.
He hasn't never called him his name. I still remember.
Grogu,
Oh, it's so cute.
take this home. You see?
Grunts.
I told you he's stubborn.
Try to connect with her.
He looks so cool in that armor.
Right?
I can't get over it.
I love
so
how
cool.
everybody looks. Like, they chose the perfect actor for Ahsoka, too.
Everything is perfect, dude. I love this show.
Grogu. You want this?
Oh, he's treating me like a baby now.
Well, go ahead.
And then he got on his level. He lowered himself down.
That's right, take it. Come on. You can have it. Come on.
That was fast.
No, he's proud of him.
Grogu.
So proud.
That's right. I knew you could do it. Very good.
It's like he's playing catch with his son.
You cannot train him.
I knew it.
Why not?
Attachment.
See what he can do.
His attachment to you makes him vulnerable to his fears. His anger.
All the more reason to train him.
No. I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
Anakin.
The best of us. I will not start this child down that path.
Yes,
Let
it
him
is.
to let his abilities fade.
Fade?
I've delayed too long. I must get back to the village.
Did you say abilities
That
fade?
trait sent me to kill you. I didn't agree to anything. There's a small army of guards armed with A350 blaster rifles, 2 HK-87 assassin droids, and a hired gunfighter. You're ex-military to me. Combined, not even your laser swords would be able to protect you from all that
Laser
firepower.
swords.
We must find a way to free them.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi?
Yeah, hell of a
They'll
team.
never see it coming.
Confirm. Sound the alarm.
I miss deflection.
Anakin made it look so easy in old movies, but he was also the best of the best. It's not supposed to be that easy. So I actually like it here where it looks like it's actually like close.
I like the way she fights is still kind of reminiscent of the way it was in Clone Wars, where it's like a little bit cocky.
Your bounty hunter failed. Tell me what I want to know. Where is your master?
So she's Sith.
Kill her.
Well,
Then go door to door.
Old man tried to save them.
Aw, who's gonna come fight?
I mean,
Don't split up.
that's what I was thinking. Like, their only strength is their numbers, and they split up into alleyways.
Every time, without fail.
Did you get your plate back?
That's what I was thinking.
No, don't think so. She did say master, so maybe she actually is a Sith trained.
Like a Sith apprentice.
And she did say let her anger fuel industry.
I feel like Ahsoka's gonna die.
We just-
Impossible.
Maybe not to her, but from the wound.
Why are you guys just standing there the whole time?
Who's gonna win?
They're literally just listening.
Could be your side. Could be my side.
Like they're listening to a podcast on a sports channel. Oh no!
Ooh, spear versus one blade.
You and I were a lot alike. Willing to lay our lives down for the right cause.
Right cause?
Which this is not.
Did she
It's,
slice it off?
I think she did. Maybe not.
Sounds like you win.
He has the high ground.
Nah.
Yeah. He just bluffed him. Yeah. He knew that's what he was waiting for.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Thrawn, I forgot.
What?
That's why I love this episode. I couldn't remember why I love this episode.
Throw.
I mean,
Oh, they all
there's lots of
survived. Look at that.
Oh,
Hey,
he was
he
the
was the
leader.
former magistrate, I guess.
I believe this.
Okay, she didn't cut it. It just looked like it cut it. You can't say goodbye to that Will face.
Aww.
Oh, he's just sitting there looking at him.
You're like a father to him. I cannot trade him.
You made me a promise, and I held up my end.
There is one possibility. Go to the planet Typhon.
Oh,
Oh,
more fetch
gosh.
quest.
There you'll find the ancient ruins of a temple that has a strong connection to the Force. Place Grogu on the seeing stone at the top of the mountain.
Then what?
Then Grogu may choose his path.
A little longer with Puppy.
So she won't train him, but she'll let another Jedi train him. Which I think more speaks to she's just afraid of what would happen.
Yeah.
If she's willing to
She
let
doesn't want
someone
to
else
be
take that chance.
responsible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bye bye, Ahsoka.
Bye bye.
Nice seeing you.
I still love your head thing.
Discussion.
Discussion.
What do you think of the episode?
It was very interesting. It was also slow
Slow in what way?
in that like every little thing took a long time. Like everything could have been cut short by like a couple more seconds, but it was just long.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get the name for. Because you see, there's something that influences quite a bit of Star Wars these days, and I think it's primarily from Dave Filoni. I'm not sure. Eric from Blindway pointed this out before I started noticing it. But there is this thing where you know old West movies, how long the scenes were. Like
Yeah.
especially good at they got that a lot of influence. Like especially the Seven Gunslingers.
Mhm.
That was a copy of the Seven Samurai. And they get a lot of influence from this legendary Japanese director named Akira Kurosawa, where he had this thing where he would just sit on scenes. And I just wrote silence is because long scenes of just, he's trying to immerse you in the world, or sometimes just look at the world, and he'll just show the town, people walking around. Nothing will happen for like 30 seconds to a minute.
Wow.
And that will just happen, and like Good, Bad, and the Ugly, you'll be walking up and down the street and nothing happened. And I think we get a bit of that influence in this show, which is why we haven't noticed before, where there are ice caverns with spiders.
Yeah.
Which is you're just sort of walking around. With this, it just showed the desolated area. It's supposed to invoke a feeling. It's supposed to invoke a. It's supposed to basically be an art piece almost, and it's supposed to, that's what it's trying to emulate. I think, especially here where. That the town very much was a western town where she was just standing there at the end of this long light road, and then the sword fight. Akira Kurosawa also had very short sword fights. They're either extremely short, like one move, and it's over. A whole movie up to that point.
Wow.
Or where you saw with her fighting the girl, it was like, clash, They back off. Because it's supposed to be like masters. Once they get to a certain level, the fights are shorter. And that's the idea it comes from. Because it's the intermediate guys who go on for a long time. They're trying to find an opening. But when you're both masters, it's over in a second. Whoever gets one mistake.
Interesting.
So I think that's where the influence for that comes from.
So I was right. It's an art piece.
But it is legitimate criticism, though. Because in these days, we have shows that are much faster paced. If something's
So
not
we're
happening,
used to it.
you move. Because they're trying to fit a 30-minute time frame. Which is why I think that this show is really good for Dave Filoni. Is every episode is a different length of time. Because exactly how long he wants the scenes to be, he knows he wants it to be in a ballpark of 30 to 40 minutes. But if he wants the scene to be longer, he can make it longer. And so that's why these seem so weird sometimes. It's because he's trying to do a thing each time.
The only thing for me is like I've watched movies where there are long scenes and it creates suspense and it does immerse you, but in the scenes where it was long, it's just nothing was happening.
Yeah.
And that's the problem for me.
Yeah, that's the difference. Is like in Western media, when we get long scenes to immerse you, usually there's music happening, or maybe like they're showing
Or
hacker
there's,
hacking.
yeah, there's like a close up, like you can see what is happening. But like the scene with Mando walking back and forth, like you got like one kind of in shot with Ahsoka and Grogu talking, and then just like to walking back and forth more. It's just like bruh.
Yeah, that's just a difference there. I'm just saying that all that to say I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Yeah,
fair
it's
if
probably
fair if it's
intentional.
not something that you like. But I'm just saying that I think they're doing it on purpose.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
I was going to say, when you were complaining, I was going to say, just, suspend your belief. Suspend your belief. Just like...
Disbelief.
Suspend disbelief, right. Suspend your
I've been
disbelief.
suspending my belief for a while.
And just like immerse in it, because I know that is obviously what they want you to do, and if you just kind of relax and let it go, you won't be bothered by it as much, I think.
Maybe, but what the hell did I write? Oh, taught not to use. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I
thought it said tough notable.
Yeah, she resolved it in the very same scene. I was writing that down. That's why I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that he was probably taught not to use the Force because the Empire was around for 30 years, and he's about 50.
He's 50.
So he was in a Jedi temple to 20 years old, and for 30 years, he was just don't use it. So this is all like emergency moments. Oh, Mando's gonna get killed by the thing, and he uses the power, but he really doesn't know how to use this, and it's like flexing a muscle. It seems for him, where he just gets tired because he just doesn't use it.
Right. I wonder about the people that Mando stole him from. Like, how are they related to who stole him from the temple? Like, are they the ones who stole him, or was he stolen from the temple and rescued by these people?
Like were they defending him?
Yeah. I really wonder, like, I wonder if they are a part of trying to protect him from those who are out to get him, or if they have some ulterior motive. I don't know.
That is weird because I never really thought about it, but the Empire is hunting him, but they were being defended by pirates, or it seemed like pirates. But if they were pirates, wouldn't they surely have just sold him to the Empire? Why would they have kept him?
Right.
Unless they just found this weird thing after ransacking a ship or something, and they don't know what it was, and the Empire was like, go get it. And so they were just, they were shocked they were getting hunted. But it had been happening for a while, remember? They said hunters come here.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
saying.
they had been getting attacked.
Right.
So, yeah, maybe there's something there. I'd be surprised if it would be like a flashback and you killed everybody who was trying to help this kid.
Right.
I'm more inclined to believe that it's most likely that they were mercenaries of pirates who just attacked some convoy, and in it was this weird kid thing, and they just took it.
Maybe.
And just set up shop here and just defended against anything that came. Maybe.
It's kind of weird.
But it
twist,
is
though,
weird.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get that filled in, because there's no way that someone's going to just be left someone forever.
Yeah.
You have something?
Thrawn.
That's my next thing. No, it's not. But yes, my next thing. Anything you know about Thrawn, Rose?
Oh. I forgot everything. All right.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yes, I know he is a big player because there's a whole. I don't know if it's a movie or a
There's
series,
a book
series called Thrawn's Revenge. So he's a big player in the Star Wars universe.
He had books, and there was a comic book series about him. Yeah, he's I think Sun Tzu kind of brilliant mastermind. The Empire didn't really like aliens, and so it was a human-centric stratocracy where you get promoted on the basis of merit. But the Emperor didn't really care so much. He was just trying to unify the people around humans. But he saw that Thrawn was a brilliant chiss. He's a blue-skinned alien. And he took him in, and Thrawn quickly became the only Grand Admiral who was an alien because the guy's a genius. And it was originally just that he was tactical and he could see weaknesses where no one else could see and stuff like that. But in the Rebels TV show, they brought up this whole art thing where his reason he's better and able to beat any opponent is he looks into their history, and especially he looks into their art. And he sees like the expression and the way they think through their art, and then he counters it that way. He also has an amazing piano theme. I hated how they made him look. I will say that. I didn't like the new look of Thrawn. I thought the old look was far better. But that was the best depiction of Thrawn as a person in shows.
Cool.
And last we saw, he got transported through time by some giant octopus. So we don't know what's...
What?
Yeah, it's a long story. But
Suddenly
basically...
goes Lovecraft? Like, what?
There was this Jedi things, Force-sensitive thing. They're never going to watch Rebels. This Force-sensitive thing that said that his doom was coming in a certain day, and it grabbed him, and it was going to like jump to hyperspace, and it jumped to hyperspace with him and the ship, I think. It was something like that. And he hasn't been seen since. So that saved him, because in a Rebels show, a lot of people get killed. And so I was happy that he got out, but it seems he's still around 30 years later, or at least 20 years later, because it was like 10 years into the Empire in that show.
Okay.
So we might very well still get a Thrawn's Revenge. Because Thrawn's Revenge was, Thrawn got sent off to the outer regions because he was fighting something, but he unified the Chiss and made the Chiss ascendancy, and he came back with a massive fleet. And for the entire book series, he was just destroying the New Republic. Because like after the Republic falls, it's the Warlord era. Then Thrawn comes back and unifies the Warlords under him, and he's the next big bad.
Oh, okay.
So, or at least he was. Now with the First Order, that doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
Interesting.
Anything else? I have some.
You can go ahead.
I just wanted to mention Ahsoka and her attachment thing. In the Rebels show, she stopped being a Jedi. She said she was done being a Jedi because she stopped being a Jedi in the Clone Wars TV show.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah, because they suspected her of being like a dark side or whatever, and she saw like basically the bureaucracy and how narrow-minded the Jedi way was, and she felt jaded by it, and so she decided to just leave because she didn't want to be dark side, which is usually what happens when you leave the Jedi Order because you feel with anger, but she saw what she felt was a misinterpretation or it's bloated, a bloated system that doesn't work. And so she didn't want to be a Jedi anymore. And in the new canon, there's this idea where Jedi crystals bleed, where before you used to just find a red crystal, or a synthetic crystal would make a red crystal for the Sith, but now there's this thing, if you force your hatred into a crystal, it'll change color. And it's changed red. So I think what happened, I'm not sure with her, but I think that the white crystal may just signify her balance of neutrality, where she's not a Jedi, she's not dark side, she just does her own thing and she has her own code. So it's a kind of I don't stand with anybody kind of thing, but she does what she wants. But she definitely tends towards the light side. Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of hope that they'll at some point bring back the old way of Luke. What they did with Luke before Disney got Star Wars, where Luke, he didn't want to be like a Jedi, but he didn't think the Jedi way was the right way. Basically, he just wanted to find the balance. He didn't think that you should lock away your emotions in order to be good with the Force. Basically,
that's the thing. That is what it was, I think, but they just. We have some reservations about the new movies, at least a couple of us, about some different things. But the Luke in the new series, he is like that, in where he doesn't believe in locking away emotions. He does have a school, but it's just still, regardless, he got afraid of Kylo's rage that he saw inside of him, and he went after him, and that caused a whole problem. So we know that Luke tried. So maybe at some point after Luke, because it's just how many times can a Jedi get destroyed, you know? Yeah. So maybe one day we'll get a successor to Luke. I'm still hoping that we get, I don't know, sometime seeing Luke be successful.
Because Luke was supposed to have a family, but they took that away in the new movies, I guess.
Yeah, that he doesn't have a family in new movies, or at least we know of. He may very well have them out there.
He just left. Well, seems to be a family thing.
But also, they did something here with Ahsoka that was her fear of attachment and stuff like that. I'm not sure how I feel about that still yet, because especially with her being all, I don't want to be like the Jedi, and then she finds this kid who has attachments but needs help, and she won't help him because of attachments.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little, I won't say hypocritical, because she never said that she was against all the Jedi teachings, but it's just a little weird considering she wanted to go her own path, and she still turns her back on that. I mean, she still relies on that attachment thing.
Yeah.
But I do understand that she is most likely very traumatized with what happened to Anakin, which was her mentor for many years.
Yeah.
Who was essentially like
like a big brother.
Yeah,
uncle.
she was a big brother to
He
her.
was a big brother to her.
Yeah, so I get that. And I just want to mention, the town looked like somewhere you'd find in Kenshi the video game.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a very what is it time?
No, I was like, anybody who gets it.
Oh.
Kenshi.
I was thinking it was very oriental looking.
I thought it was very oriental too.
I was like, to me, it was almost a little bit too nail on head. Like again with the frog species and Dr. Mandible.
Yeah, there are some things that just lack discretion.
I like it when it's like nuanced,
yeah.
but like when you went into the magistrates like areas, like that's just straight out of like steampunk.
Just be steampunk samurai.
Yeah, steampunk samurai looking thing.
I was actually really hoping the guy who was putting down the blaster did.
Did actually.
Yeah, because I thought it'd be cool. Is that like he knows when the ship's sinking and to leave.
Right.
Because what was he gonna do, right?
Yeah.
The entire group that was guarding the town is dead.
Mm-hmm.
He heard that the magistrate just got.
Mm-hmm.
As far as he knows, she could be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you do win the draw and you kill Mandalorian. Now what? The
Yeah.
entire town hates you.
Yeah.
There's a Jedi on the other side of that wall.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting to any money in here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just put down the gun and leave.
Yeah.
or I guess we could assume though that he was as dedicated to the cause as
Yeah.
she was, even though he just said it's not worth it. He still pulled a gun, so maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. The casting for Ahsoka is perfect. Like I was looking at her because like the only the original media that we have for Ahsoka, or at least that I know of Ahsoka, was the Clone Wars TV show, which had the animated style was very angular with her features, and they got somebody with a very angular, sharp cheekbones, and I was like, oh, it's perfect.
They could have also
And she looks very
used
orange.
makeup stuff too.
I mean, yeah, that's.
Oh yeah. Practical effect. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just saying the orange that they got. I was kind of afraid that they would go like overly orange in a live action type setting, but she looks realistically orange.
I could tell you, everybody was worried when they heard in the last episode Ahsoka's on this planet.
Oh really?
Because they're like, we're gonna see Ahsoka live action. We already don't like the Darksaber in live action. Well, some people don't like Darksaber in live action. How is she gonna look?
Yeah.
And
They
pretty
pulled
good.
it off very well. Yeah.
So it can be done. And I think that will open the way to several other characters. Maybe we'll even see... we have seen Maul in live action.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll see some other things at some point.
Mm-hmm.
What movie was Maul live action in?
The prequels.
No.
Sorry, not the.
I meant the new movies. There's a movie in which... Han Solo movie. Yeah, he's in the Han Solo movie. They briefly show him. Yeah, we never saw the Han Solo movie, but I know
we
the
didn't
scene.
see it.
Mm-hmm. He takes over the Black Sun.
I completely forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
The Han Solo movie.
Yeah, we never saw that one. But is that it?
Just the fact that he called them laser swords. Like the Jedi is so it's just hard to believe that, like, let's say it was like Ahsoka's here, so let's say like 20-30 years back, the Jedi was so involved that they were like a part of the government, and now they're like a myth. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
To be fair, Mando was raised in a shelter and he didn't really know anything about the outside world because he didn't even know anything about the other Mandalorians. He thought the Mandalorians were what he was. Like, they're all of them.
Yeah.
But I will say that he is not unique in not knowing what the Jedi are. And that is, I do find it strange as well.
Mm-hmm.
There are many times where they say, like, for instance, Han Solo, they're just a hokey myth. When he talks about the Jedi, but he's how old he is. He was definitely alive when the Jedi were in their prime.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I like to imagine it's a case of the Jedi were a religious order, as far as anybody was concerned, that had a lot of governmental power. And one day they got cracked down on and removed. but few people ever actually saw the Jedi in action. And I think it was an open secret where it's not a secret that Jedi have these powers and lightsabers, but they don't really. There's no internet. They don't publicize it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the case because there's just so many planets that there's some people that never even heard of the Jedi Order, even though they're run by the Coruscant government or the Republic government. But I do find it strange sometimes that you don't know what a Jedi is. You're like 70 years old. You would know what a Jedi is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And last thing, that thing that Ahsoka did with her lightsaber was cool, where she like put them together but like drew them out. That was cool.
She did it in Rebels when she fought Darth Vader. It was really cool.
That was cool. I've never seen that done before with a double saber.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. We're looking to expand our roster, but it's pretty much every other day with a new episode of something. And check the Discord in the description if you want to chime in on anything. I check it a lot, and in comments as well if you want to do that. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.